Hey, I'm just checking in. Yeah, so it turned out it wasn't divine timing and it was being rushed. So I'm glad we figured that out. So I'm I got more interested in. I saw a post about how monks are walking around America, and that seemed pretty. I don't have the word for it right now. Um, yeah, but anyways, like I heard about that, and it made me want to go walk and meet up with the monks, and keep walking or whatever. Uh, Whether I do that or not, I don't know. Probably not, because I don't know how far away they are. I don't know what route they're taking. I could meet up with them. That'd be interesting. Be hanging out with monks, walking around with the monks. But yeah, I find it kind of. I've been like reflecting on what happened when I basically, I guess it kind of got kicked out. You know what I'm saying? But I had offered him money for a couple more weeks to, I figured he knew I was going to work on the truck and get a job. But I don't. I guess his narrative of me is uh, a comparison to the other people in his life that are fairly shitty people. Um, but either way, he got my narrative wrong, so I just, you know, that's his delusional narrative of me in his head. So, and then there's two ways it could be. Well, two main ways it could be. It could be he was like supporting my uh, purpose for true love, or it could be he wanted me away so he could condone its, or so he could uh, be more lizard brain, I guess you'd say, because it kind of seemed like there was one uh, conversation we had. It kind of sounded like he was actually fooling around with his lady friend that's in a camper on the side of his house, and he would. It seemed like he would have conversations about me with other people, and so basically they're talking about me and not to me about the whatever's going through their heads because they believe they are correct on their delusional narrative of me because that's the type of people they're used to. Even though I've showed them over time and time and over time and time again that I'm not that kind of person. But they won't let go of that because they can't. Because if they saw me as that better person, then that means they'd have to be better. And they don't want to be better. So if there's somebody better around you, as long as you get rid of them, push them away, then you don't have to be better. And he is trying to get me to adapt to his or their type of programming. And I don't do that. So, like, I'm me and truly me. And if you don't know how to do that, and so all you can do is be stuck in your lizard brain, well, that's on you. And I don't care. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing a bunch of uh, like basically I was his mechanic, his carpenter, his landscaper, his um, anything that needed to be done around the house I was doing. Like I was even cleaning his clothes, you know. And of course I was cleaning the house. Like he'd always leave dishes in the sink, I'd clean them, you know what I'm saying? Like I was doing stuff for him. But in the lizard mind, money is what you require for payments. So that was that's why I figure he just didn't want to be a better person and he wanted to maintain his foolishness with that chick or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like he had to get me out so he could go full around kind of thing. It's kind of what it seemed like. And personally, I'll spread that narrative since him and his whole group are spreading the narrative of me being a piece of crap or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that's at. Yeah, I'm at a gas station. It's kind of chilling. Charging the phone. There's an outlet over here. Wait, where's it at? There you go. And you know how I like to be like more to myself, so yeah, that's why I'm on the side of building. There is plugs in there and a place to sit or whatever. But I mean, I went in there and I ate some food, but other than that, I didn't, I didn't chill in there. And then I fill up my water bottles with water. I only have 3 of them. But yeah, like it's kind of freeing to be homeless without a addiction to. Well, I mean, also if you had yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like being out and about, free like this kind of thing. I mean, I guess it kind of would make your high a little bit more so than whatever. But oh, my addiction is cigarettes actually, but that doesn't really. I can't believe they cost as much as they do. That's crazy, man. But so that's where we're at with this. Um, like for real though, like I mean, I was planning on fixing my truck, just getting a job, but when he started talking to me, he was like so aggressive and like bulldozing me, basically, kind of telling me this is who I am, kind of thing. And I'm just like, all right, I'm done with this. I've already told you I'm not the person you think of me as in your head, so I'm not gonna play. Or I'm not gonna play this little shithead game you're playing. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it could have been more so like, well, if you want true love and you were talking about walking to Oregon, then go ahead and do it, kind of thing. Like pushing me out of my comfort zone, and that's what I told him when I left. Like, thanks for pushing me out of my comfort zone, which I wasn't actually comfortable. I haven't been comfortable for, well, a few years actually. And that comfort that I got from her was a surprise. Like, it felt good. Um, but she likes to make me out to be crazy too. She thinks I should be on pills or something. I'm like, dude, I already told you. It's hyperphantasia. It's not schizophrenia. It's not schizoaffective disorder. It's hyperphantasia. But, when you make somebody feel uncomfortable or whatever, the only thing they know to do is to push you away because that's what the lizard brain tells them to, instead of being humane about it and being a human and trying to understand what's going on and come up with compromise and understanding solutions, you know what I'm saying? In a respectful, mature, mentally mature manner, you know? It's just a lot of people are just programmed that way just because, well, it's easier to control an animal than it is, or it's easier to control a lizard than it is, you know, a human being. You know what I'm saying? A human being actually uses their brain. uh, no, don't really have a whole lot more to say, so. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of chill around here, I guess, until whatever happens. To my next phase or whatever. My next quest. I like that quest thing. That was good. Yeah, they like both these women. They both help me like process my thoughts and help me come up with, you know, they make my mind think, and that's why I'm like, I love them both. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. It's probably highly possible that neither one of them are compatible enough to me or capable of actually communicating with me. Because the only way they communicate with me is by when I comment something, and then they'll put a video up or a clip up, and they talk to me through that. But the thing about that is, it's more of a control tactic to keep distance and uh, pretty much keep you wanting more, basically. Like, and it's just like, you know, all you guys out there that actually play along with that kind of stuff, like, I'm new to it, so, um, like, I'm just learning about it, but I feel like if I keep playing along to it, then that's gonna mess me up mentally more than just pushing them away and be like, yeah, you're not mature enough for me to speak to anymore. Goodbye. That's about where I'm at with that. But still, you know, it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like we are helping each other out too, to keep bouncing back and forth like that. So, you know, like, I mean, she unblocked me and then she blocked me again, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't conforming to her way of or I wasn't conforming to her narrative of who she wanted me to be. So she's, you know, like I said, it's a control tactic. You be what I want you to be, or we don't talk, kind of thing. Which is lizard brain. Because divine is not controlling. Divine doesn't control. That's what free will is all about. Like, you got free will. You don't have to care. You don't have to practice divine way. You can just practice lizard brain way. You know what I'm saying? And most people choose lizard brain, which is actually a lot similar to Muhammad's way. Because he wants to control everybody. Like, basically, if you really think about it, all Muhammad was a lizard brain. He wasn't humane about anything. You know what I'm saying? He was lizard brain. Basically a narcissist, because like he wants to control everything, or he's going to end you. end your existence if you don't, if he doesn't have control over what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, so he's a sex addict who had to find little girls to get off to pedophilia, you know, and then he hates pork, so he wants everybody else to hate pork too. Um, he's a wife beater. He, what else? Like, there was something else that I don't remember right now. But anyways, like basically he felt guilty for the sinning he was doing, and that's why he decided to tell everybody, if you don't conform to my way, then I'm going to end your existence, because your existence of not being like me makes me feel guilty for being the way I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's not love, dude. That's completely hate. Like, control. Control is hate, dude. If you're trying to control somebody, you're pretty much saying, I hate the way you are, I want you to be like me. You know? Whereas me, it's like, I accept you for who you are, but I'm not going to be what you tell me to be. I'm going to be me, and you be you, and we can get along just fine like that, you know? But that's me. And that's a lot of people, actually. Like, in America, anyways. It's like, you do your thing, I do my thing, you know? As long as you're not freaking doing anything stupid like pedophilia and stuff, you know, we don't have problems. Or, you know, murdering, or, you know, just, you know, as long as you're basically, even if you're just all lizard brain, as long as that's kind of like on the right side of the law or humanity, then okay. But once you freaking cross that line to your lizard brain is inhumane, then now we have a problem. And if that's the way you choose to live, you don't get to change this country into what you want it to be. You go back to your own country where you are allowed to act that way. Now, it's de-evolution is, I probably said that wrong. It's de-evolution, you know? It's not evolution. Like, especially if you're trying to remain stuck in your old ways. Like, you're literally forcing yourself to stay stuck in your ways. I mean, human beings evolve, man. The world evolves. That means for the better, not for worse. I mean, sterilizing people, that's inhumane. I mean, what's up with that? And then you wonder, like, it's funny how Muslims used to sterilize their enslaved, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of sterilization of people these days. It's just, I mean, I made the connection. I don't know why other people can't, but you just prefer to be told what to think and what to say, you know what I'm saying? Because you're lizard brain. About 80% of you are. Oh. Does that hurt your feelings? Oh well. Truth hurts sometimes. And to express truth that will hurt people is just tough love, you know what I'm saying? Like, just so you realize. Alright. I recorded a lot more than I thought I was. I thought I was just going to make it like a 5-minute video and stuff, but I guess I got comfortable talking out here. that whole race thing, like the way they keep trying to start race war between everybody. I mean, it's a division tactic, but it's also a race war tactic. So that way, we end each other's existence, so they don't have to do it themselves. You know, it's pretty gnarly, dude. Like how all this is happening, but it's happening. But it seems like our group of presidency or whatever, Congress or whatever, they kind of got their heads in the right, you know, in a more humane manner type thing. So that's good to see. I can't believe somebody actually told me like Frankenstein's science is the new cool thing to say. I came up with that. Like, yeah, like he said that, or she, whoever. I don't look at the people. I just look at the comment. I don't pay attention to if it's a he or she or what they look like. I don't check them out unless they start like going off on me, like they get into a debate instead of a conversation, and they like really lay into me, and I'm like, okay, let's get a look at you. And then I'll go check them out. But other than that, like rarely like I do that even, you know what I'm saying? But I just basically just comment to the comment, and a lot of times people will like once I kind of like explain to them some like things, they'll like the few times they like erase their comments and leave my comments there. So yeah, yeah. So you know, that's basically there was. I really wanted to. I should have like. I was thinking about copying those and posting them up or whatever, but it's whatever. I mean, I'm not trying to be all boastful and egotistic about it. And that's lizard brain too. Ego, like not having a balanced ego, is a lizard brain too. You know, thinking your way is the only right way, kind of thing, or your way has to be the way it happens, without actually conversating and compromising anything. And this is a whole completely different subject, but I was just thinking, like, most women that want to engage with me are looking for a rough, dominant type of sexual interaction with me, and don't really care to get to know me. So I say most when, like, I'm pretty sure all the ones I've interacted with have been like that. Oh, I guess I got a look or something. I didn't bring my razor, so. But it's like my whole life, like I do a seasonal beard. Like when it gets cold outside, I'll grow my beard out, and when it's warm, I shave. But the whole reason I like shaving, well, besides the fact that it's irritating as crap to have hair up there, um, like it's like I've been looking for the right person to shave for my whole life with, kind of thing. Unless she's like into beards too, like she likes the seasonal thing. That's cool. But I like FaceTime. It's when I shave completely smooth, and I get to rub my face up against her face. It's just there's something to it, man. And I freaking like it a lot. Yeah, it's funny. Like they make me out to be this dominant, like I can be role play. But you got to give me a safe word first, so I know, you know, and I'll give you my safe word. My safe word is dragonfly, by the way. So I don't, because dragonfly is a symbol of change. One of my friends hit me onto that, so I'm like, oh, cool, I like that. Same thing with butterfly, you know. And yeah, there's a lot of things that mean change. I think the thing about sitting out here, though, like actually sitting at all, is because I got a ruptured disc in my back. It hurts really bad. But that's why I was kind of going for a mental uh, disability kind of thing, because even though like I have a very bad back and my knees and ankles and shoulders and everything is all messed up, I still want to be able to build a house. And if I get a physical disability, then from what I've heard, insurance agents will investigate, you know, basically stalk you to make sure you're not overworking yourself. And if you are overworking yourself, they're going to take you off disability. Well, I can put up with the pain, you know what I'm saying? Not really, like right now, I need to lay down. Oh, God. Yeah. Fuck. Ugh. Shit. So, like, yeah, my back's really fucked up. And, like, even if it's that fucked up, I still want to do what I want to do and freaking build a house one day. Just, I don't know. There's something about it. Something I want to do. But, like, yeah, so, like, if they see me going, you know, working on a house or whatever, and of course I'll be in pain and do what I just did, but, you know, they can still say, well, you're still working even though you're disabled, so we're going to take your disability away from you, and you have to work again. And it's like, so I didn't want to go through that, so I was doing the whole mental disability thing. Which at the time when I actually was like losing it and like having my meltdown, I was out there, you know? Like it happens. But you process through that, you know what I'm saying? Which I have been. And that is really what waiting for disability has let me do, is let me ruminate about things and process what I needed to process. And, you know, and now I'm like better, you know, like mentally sound. And I'm sure a lot of people don't like that, but I am. Yeah, I think I need to brush my teeth. But, alright, I guess I'll upload this video and let it be out there. I don't know. It's nice. Alright. Till next time. Peace be with you guys. Have a nice day. Have a good night. Enjoy some art, man. Enjoy your arts and crafts. And if you don't do arts and crafts, try it out, man. Yeah, it helps. Like, if you do it right, you can transmute the stuff in your mind into like onto canvas, and therefore it's not in your mind anymore. And same thing with writing. You know, you can write it in a book or notebook. That's why I have all my notebooks with me. That's the only thing I cared to bring with me is my notebooks. So kind of like letting go of everything that I had and becoming somebody other than who I was. It's what it feels like I'm doing right now. I mean, sure, I'm like homeless and shit, but like I said, it's kind of freeing, man. Since I don't really have an addiction that I'm trying to maintain, other than cigarettes, which are way too expensive, man. Like, oh my god, I don't see how you guys come up with. Well, it's been 5 years, so even though those were $3 back then, we're gonna make them $10 now. Even though it's the same product and the same weight and everything, there's nothing new about it, but we're gonna just make it more expensive. Like, be for real. Okay. Well, I'll throw this out and maybe I'll walk around some more after this phone's charged, which says it's gonna take about 5 hours to charge. I think my cord is going bad. I had to buy a new block because I didn't grab my block for some reason when I left. I don't know exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking I wouldn't be using the phone anymore. But the one of them kind of made it seem like it was crazy. I was gonna leave my phone and I should go get help, kind of thing. Like, oh yeah, she does that too. That was the first time she did that to me. But the other one does it to me like all the time. But they still like talk to me, so it's whatever. And even if neither of them are like my twin flame or whatever, or my true, I call it a true flame now, because like narcissists use the word twin to get in close and to try to get into women's pants now, or vice versa. So I come up with the term true flame, my true flame, or you can be my true twin too. Alright. Well, this is a lot more than I thought I was going to record. Talk to you later.